Hello everybody, I am Evan and welcome to a Scratch tutorial, and today I'm going to tell you how to get started with Scratch. So the first thing you probably want to do is click on this Join Scratch button, and all you have to do is choose like a random username and like a password. Hold on, just doing this for example. Oh, okay, so it needs to be at least 6. Okay, that's fine. I'm not actually going to be creating this account, but birth, month, and year, just choose that, whatever. I'm just choosing some random year. Let's not make it that. We'll make it 1911. Choose a gender. You can also choose a different one if you're into that stuff. You can, you probably just want to actually be serious with this. I know I'm just kind of choosing random stuff, but that's because I already have an account. But, you could do that. Country, choose a country. I'm not actually from Argentina, but is that you want to make it, you want to get like an email address and just go like totally an email address. Okay. If you don't have an email address, well, you can get one. You can also click this if you want. It can be nice and handy. Well, oh crap. Well, okay. So apparently that's happened. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, basically that's how you create an account. Of course, you could go to profile then. If you use the wrong email like I did, you can go to account settings here. Change the email. Type new email. You could just do that. I'm just gonna go do a different email. This is my yeah, business email, I guess you can call it. So if you ever want to contact me, just do that. New email address, yes. So I'm gonna go. So yeah, then you could just go ahead and check that. I'll be right back. So then you should be on this screen. There's messages here. That's cool. So yeah, it's going to tell you some stuff. But okay, then what you're gonna want to do is go to create right here and press that. And then you'll be taken to a new project. You can name it whatever you want. I'm gonna just call it first game. And we are going to make a clicker game because that is a very simple game that anyone is able to make. So this right here is going to be our cat right here. That's our first sprite. And what we're going to do is just go to events and do when this sprite clicked, go to variables, and you can use this variable. You can also rename it or just delete it. I'm going to delete it just so that you can know how to make a new variable. But if you do end up deleting it, just go to make a variable, and let's just say money because that's the main thing that people use in clicker games. So we're just going to make money and say change money by 1. So now when it gets clicked, it changes the money by 1. Just as you would expect it to. So then, what we can do is say, when flag clicked, then go back to variables and say set money to 0. And that way, we can always just reset it. And that is good. So then what we can do is, since most clicker games have it so that it kind of changes the size, so that it looks a bit different, you can always do like a change size by -10 and then change by size by 10, and then you can also do like a weight in between like 0.01. That works pretty well. But then of course it can eventually just decrease the size if you click fast enough. But it seems like that's not happening for us. But just to be safe, you can set size to 100% when it gets clicked, just so that we eliminate any potential problem of it not going back to its original size. Okay, so now we have money. So what we can do then is create a new sprite. You can either just choose a sprite by clicking on this magnifying glass, paint one, get a surprise one, or upload a sprite. We are going to choose a sprite, and you can do really anything. There's you know, animals, people, fantasy, dance, music, sports, food, fashion. You could do anything. However, I'm just gonna try to find like a button if it has any, and if not, we can make our own because it's pretty easy. Okay, so it does not look like there are any buttons. I don't see any anyway. There used to be some, but not anymore, so that's fine. So then what we can do in that case, oh wait, here they are. Never mind. Alright, so we found the buttons. We're gonna use this one. That one looks nice. And we're going to put it in the bottom. And what we can do is just go to costumes and add some text. Just set that to, well, we can set it to whatever color we want. And then just write something like income plus. Drag that into the center here. And then if you just select it and do copy right here, and then just go back here and press paste, then it will be in the exact same spot, so it does not look any different. Now to make it so that you can actually interact with it, all you have to do is go to events and say when this sprite clicked, then switch costume to costume 2B, and then go to variables. We're gonna make a new variable called income. No. Money per click, just like that. And then it's going to say, go to control and say if, go to operators and say greater than, go to variables, say money per click is greater than. Now we're going to make a new variable called income plus cost, and we can actually edit this. We can move it around so that it's over here, and if we right click on it, we can set it to a large readout and just have it kind of above it like that. That way you can see what the cost is going to be, and then just say income plus cost. However, because this is a greater than, we are going to need to go to operators and go to minus and put the income plus cost into the first one and minus and 1 into the second one, because this greater than does not actually include the one that you're doing, because it's saying if it's greater than. If you went to math class, you should know why that works. And then we can just go to events and go to control, actually not events, and do wait and say like 0.1 seconds, or no, 0.05 I think would be good, or no, 0.1 I think. Go to looks and switch costume to button 2A so that it actually looks like you're pressing on it. The other thing you could do is actually just go to control and do wait until, drag that over here, drag this thing out of here, and then go to sensing, go to mouse down, and then go back to, again go to operators, drag not into the wait until, and then mouse down into the not. That way it'll wait until you are no longer pressing on it. That is good. Now inside of here, all you're gonna have to do is go to variables and change income plus money per click by 1, and then drag this in again and say change money by, go to operators, say times, drag that into the bubble here, say income plus cost, and then times -1, so that it's actually decreasing it instead of increasing it. Okay, so that should work. Now all we really need to do is make it so that it also changes the cost. So then we can also say change income plus cost by, I don't know, 10. Okay, so that should be good. Now let's just go to events, say when flag clicked, go to variables, say set income plus cost to 10, and also drag another set into here and say set money per click to 1. Now go back to the cat. Instead of change money by 1, we're going to say change money by money per click. Okay. So now it'll be like that. And as soon as we press this, our money is not going down. So that means we did something wrong, which is fine. So the problem that we did here was we said money per click. Let's drag that out of here and put money in there. That's what we did wrong there. So now if we do it, as you can see, it decreases by 10 right there, and now we have 2 as our money per click. And as you can see, it is actually changing it by 2. So now if we go back to 20, we can do that, and so on and so forth. And now it works just fine. Okay, so now what if we want to make it so that it has some like auto money earners, so whatever you want to call it. Well, let's just, if we actually right click on this button here and press duplicate, then it'll make a new button. If we just drag this down here, go to costumes, and we could change the text just by clicking on the text here. We'll call it auto money, and drag that back into the center. We may have to resize it. Alright, cool. And now we're just going to copy it. We are going to delete this one and then just paste that one in. Okay, cool. So now it's just going to be the same thing, except it's going to say we're going to make a new variable called money per second, and just kind of just everything that says money per click, do money per second instead, and then make a new variable called money per second cost. And we can also just go back into the scene here, set that to large readout, and drag that down by auto money. And then everywhere that says income plus cost, just set that to money per second cost. Okay. Also, I'm going to say change that by 12 instead of 10, just to start with. And then all we need to do is say forever, go back to control, say forever by where it says, or yeah, right under where it says set money per second to 1. And then inside the that forever loop, it's just going to wait 1 second and go to variables and say change money by money per second. Okay, so now if we test this out, right now it's setting it to 1. We don't want that. We want to set the money per second to 0 when it starts, so that we're not automatically getting money. So now if we get 10, you know, we can still do this. And if we get the auto money, as you can see, there's a bit of an issue. And the problem with that is that it's not actually increasing. So we have to try to solve the problem here. And it seems as though it's because it's still setting it to income plus cost. We forgot to change this to money per second cost. But we also forgot to change it here. So we got to make sure we do that. We forgot those. Okay, so now it's working. Alright, so there we go. As you can see, it is working just fine, and we can get some nice money automatically. And that's really the basics. You can obviously just keep on making more of these things. You can make auto money 2, which will make it so that it just comes even faster, you know, because all you have to do then is just, instead of wait 1 second, you could change it to like 0.5 seconds, so then it's coming more often. You know, you could duplicate this and then make some new variables for like money per half second or whatever you want, and then just do that. But that's the basics of how to make a clicker game. And yeah, so I am making some more tutorials as well in the future. And if you have any suggestions for tutorials, feel free to tell me. And yeah, that's kind of how to get started with Scratch. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is if you go to C project page, then there's this, and you can just type in some instructions like click the cats and buttons, you know, whatever. You could say thanks to Evanator, and you don't have to put this for the tutorial. No, you could do that. And then, when you're ready, press share, and there you go. Now, the notes and credits, you just want to, like, you don't have to put anything there, but you probably want to if you used inspiration from other people, or if other people helped you, stuff like that. Instructions, well, that's obvious, just put the instructions of the game. So yeah, that's how you can share your first project, or yeah, get your first project there. And then other things you could do is go to this thing right here, which is my stuff, and there you can look at all of the different things. Yeah, ignore that. So you can also create a studio, new studio, and you can call it like I don't know, my studio. You can then add projects, and you can add, you know, that game to it, and then just say hello in the description. And you can also make invite curators. There you go. That's my normal Scratch username is Evanator M11. Oh no, yeah, Evanator M11. So if you want to check that out, you can. And that is good. Of course, you can follow it. Not sure why, but you can. So, and here's some ideas as well. So if you're looking for things to do, you can do this. There's also some other guides. I also kind of showed you in a video of this thing right here. You know, if there's anything that I may have done differently, you can obviously just do that. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment in the section below. Subscribe to me if you're not already for my videos, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.